If you have a brand new LLC or a seasoned one and you're trying to go from zero to serious business capital, then watch this video because we are going to give you our exact framework that we use to help our clients position themselves for approvals without making any beginner mistakes that could potentially get you denied. So what I want you to do is go grab your pen and paper, and without further ado, let's dive in. All right, ladies and gents, business owners, whoever's, really watching this, I just want to say right now that I want to give you the step-by-step order and basically the framework of what you're going to need for any type of business funding, business capital to either start or scale your business. These are pretty much non-negotiables right here, okay? A lot of people always try their best to cut corners, but it always ends in them always having to go back to square one because they missed a step. So I want to give you the proper information rather than just always some super secret hack that you think is going to get you $400 million, because it's not. Because let's keep it simple. Business funding or business capital is more like getting into a VIP club, okay? If you don't have the right qualities or qualifications, you're not going to get in. So our goal is to make your business look fundable on paper so banks feel safe lending you their money. Does that make sense? So let's go ahead and get into the first one, which is your foundation, okay? If your foundation is messy, lenders are going to treat you like a risk because that's what you look like. So here's what structured the right way actually means. The first thing that I need you to understand is your need to file your LLC properly, okay? So step one is your foundation, okay? And if your foundation is messy, lenders are gonna treat you like a risk because that's what you look like. So here is what structured the right way actually means. First, you need to file your LLC properly, okay? So that means getting your articles of organization filed with your state, not another state because you heard it on some type of TikTok. But the real key is this: don't overpay for stuff that you can do yourself and do it for free. So things like, your EIN or articles of incorporation or anything like that, anything that you can do yourself, make sure that you do your homework and make sure that you're not overpaying because that's what certain websites do. So just be clear on that. Now, the next part is big because this is where a lot of people mess up. Let's talk about your business address. And I'm going to say this clearly. You do not need a virtual address anymore. For most people trying to get funded, hear me out. From clients that I've been helping get funded, I can tell you right now, a lot of banks and lenders will literally tell you, do not put your virtual address, okay? And they'll tell you instead to put your home address. Why? Because many virtual mailbox addresses can actually be flagged or trigger extra verification or slow down your application process, which is terrible for you. And you don't want any type of friction. You want clean approvals. So here is what most new LLCs kind of need. Either your home address, a real physical address, real one, and it's easy to verify, okay? And this keeps you out of the address identification limbo, okay? Now, listen closely because this part matters as well. Once you choose the address, you must use the same address everywhere, okay? I've been seeing a lot of this. Your LLC filing, your EIN, your bank account, your websites, yes, your applications, every single thing. If you change it on any one of these, you have to change it on all of them, okay? Because inconsistent addresses create delays, denials, and a whole lot of other problems that you don't want, even if you do have a good credit score. You get me? Now let's set up the next section, okay? You want to make sure that you have a business phone number. You want to make sure that you have a business email. And you want a simple professional website. Even if it is basic, it's fine, but just make sure you have that digital footprint. Now, when I'm talking about emails, I'm not talking about Gmails. You need to actually buy a real email that has your business on it. No at gmail.com, no at yahoo.com. This is something that you desperately need. Because again, lenders want to see if you're real. And if your business looks like it's been built in 10 minutes, lenders will treat you like a 10-minute decision, okay? Next, let's talk about your EIN. Your EIN is free, just like I said earlier. You can directly get this from the IRS website. It usually just takes a few minutes. And lastly, your operating agreements. Have it saved and have it ready. A lot of people don't really need operating agreements unless you're a multi-member LLC, just for purposes as far as, hey, I do this, my partner does this, and you can easily make one. You can easily get a template, off of Google, or you can make one, yourself. It doesn't have to be super cool and cute and all that type of stuff, but it's pretty good to have. Quick break. I hope that you're enjoying the video, but this could change your business forever. If you're a business owner that's trying to scale, I got some free gifts for you. First up, we have our credit bootcamp. Video trainings where I personally walk you through how to access up to $150,000 in capital, step by step. No fluff, don't worry about it, and straight game. I usually reserve some of the information that I gave you here just for my private clients. And I'm also adding more. Plus, I'm dropping a free inquiry removal kit, okay? This is the exact system that you can use to delete hard inquiries in 48 hours flat. It's all 100% free. The only thing that's gonna cost you is your email. That's it. Or you can click the link below to sign up for our free capital consultation where I can help you gain up to $300,000 in capital. So again, click the link below and grab it now. But enough about that, let's get back to the video. Now, with this next step, we're going to be talking about your personal credit, okay? Because when your LLC is brand new, your personal credit is still the engine behind most approvals, all right? Most business credit cards, especially new businesses, you still have to look no matter what at your personal. So we want to make sure that your personal credit is strong. So here are the main targets. Number one, payment history. On-time payments are everything. Late payments are like showing up to a job interview with stains on your shirt. It's for some reason we just can't stop looking at it. You're saying all the right things, but what is that doing right there? Can you recover from that? Yes, of course you can. But it can make everything harder if you try to go into these application processes with 2 years of late payments, but you're like, no, I was on time for 6 straight months. That should mean something. It doesn't mean anything to them, okay? Number two, utilization. Utilization means how much your credit limit is being used when the statement closes, okay? So let's make it simple. If your credit card limit is $1,000, try to have your statement closing at 0 or at the maximum 10%. All right, under 10% is the best. Now, I'm not saying that you can't use it throughout the month, but you have to make sure that you have these dates in place. All right, so make sure you pay it down on your due date and your statement closing date. That way, your report shows low usage, even if you're using the card. The next thing that we're going to talk about is credit history, okay? The longer that you've been managing credit responsibly on the personal side, the easier it is for banks to trust you. Next is inquiries. This is where a lot of people get cooked as well. Do not rapid fire apply, and do not do the spray and pray method. As please, I'm telling you right now, hard inquiries can definitely add up. You want this to be a controlled strategy, okay? Hear me out properly, a controlled strategy. The next thing that we're going to talk about is comparable credit. Now, with comparable credit, that means that you've already have proof that you can handle super high limits responsibly, okay? So if you already managed bigger limits, that often position yourself for bigger approvals on the business side, okay? All right, now where are we? Step 3, I think this is step 3. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure it is. But step 3 is very underrated, okay? But yet very powerful. Banks don't look at your score initially, okay? They also look at your relationship behavior. And I want you to think about it like this. If you're a stranger and you ask me for $50,000, I'm probably gonna say no. But if you built that relationship with me over time, you've had steady deposits, if you have, borrowed anything from me in the past, it was small and it started building up and you always paid it back, your odds of actually getting approved for this is way more higher, okay? So the simple plan is to establish that relationship. So that means starting out with the business checking account, depositing funds and showing consistent activity for at least 3 to 6 months. I don't make the rules, okay? Then apply for your credit products. Even if you can deposit huge amounts, I'm not saying you have to deposit $1 million, but consistency matters. You're showing the banks that you're real and that you're serious, okay? So please keep this in your mind when you're going. Now with step 4, it's all about strategy, okay? And I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say that there's one magic list that just works for everybody. Understand that different states, different profiles, different banking rules. But there are rules that can keep you from messing up. Number 1, understanding when it comes to Chase, the 524 rule is real, okay? Chase is known for this. So if you've opened 5 or more new credit card accounts in the last 24 months on the personal side, you may get denied for any Chase cards in the future. So that means what? Business credit cards. So you don't usually approach them, pretty much last, especially if you're going for personal and business funding. Rule number 2, don't confuse marketing numbers with credit limits. You might have heard me say, Chase will give you $200,000, $150,000, $300,000. I put a lot of numbers out there, but understand that doesn't mean that you're going to get one credit card just with $300 million on this, okay? There's rules and regulations behind everything, and you can't always just believe what you see on a 2-second clip or just in the thumbnail alone. Do your research. And number 3, don't assume one inquiry means 2 credit cards, okay? Some issuers may do relationship-based approvals, but policies do change, okay? So the safe approach is this. Assume one application is going to mean one hard pull, unless the bank confirms otherwise. Because I tell you right now, I see so many people online giving, information about what happened 3 years ago for this bank, and that bank isn't even doing that anymore, and people are racking up countless inquiries. Now, I know I gave you a lot of information in this video, but this is pretty much the guideline of what you need to actually get approved for serious business capital, okay? So you need to, again, make sure that you have no inconsistent business details, your LLC is set up properly, low risk entity, your EIN says and has the same information, website, business phone number, email, and then make sure that your personal credit is where it needs to be. While you're building your personal credit, open up these business bank accounts and start establishing those relationships, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And then when it's actually time for you to execute, this is where you're going to end up doing, 20, 30, 50, 75, 100, $150,000 in capital because you checked off every single box. And this is the same thing that I do for all of my clients. Now, when it comes to my clients, they do have a little more of an advantage because we're using relationship bankers. I have more internal data points that these relationship bankers give me every single day. So it kind of accelerates the process for them. But if you feel like that you actively want to accelerate the process while using this framework, then what I want you to do is click the link below right now to sign up for a free capital consultation with us. For all the business owners right now, here at Everhard Capital, we help all of you guys establish your credit profile, banking activity, banking data points to get you $100,000 to $300,000 in business capital. So again, what I want you to do is click the link below right now to schedule that call, and I'll definitely see you on there so I can help you scale to the moon. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I really hope that this helps one of you guys and it really puts you in position, to have that right blueprint. So when you execute for funding, even if it's on your own, you actually get the approval that you're looking for. Again, I want to thank you guys for stopping by, and until next time, ladies and gents.